Imagine that you are the CEO of Microsoft. It's January 2026. You just walked into the board meeting and the numbers on the screen make your blood run cold. Windows 11's market share just dropped to 50.7%, down from 53.7% just 1 month ago. But here's the part that should terrify every executive in that room. Windows 10, the operating system you killed 3 months ago, is gaining users, not losing them. This isn't a decline. This is a mutiny, and in 2026, Microsoft is finally paying the price for years of ignoring what their users actually want. I am about to show you exactly how the world's most powerful tech company managed to shoot itself in the foot so spectacularly that even their own executives are getting torn apart on social media. Because what's happening right now isn't just about an operating system, it's about a company that forgot the golden rule. You can't force people to love your product. December 2025. Microsoft enters the final month of the year hoping for a holiday miracle. Windows 10 support ended in October. They spent hundreds of millions on marketing campaigns, full-screen pop-up, scare tactics about security vulnerabilities. The message was clear: upgrade to Windows 11 or face the consequences. Windows 11 lost 3 percentage points in a single month, from 53.7% down to 50.73%. Meanwhile, Windows 10 climbed from 42.7% to 44.68%. And get this, Windows 8, an operating system from 2012 that everyone hated, actually grew from 2.93% to 3.83%. StatCounter, which tracks over 5 billion page views across 1.5 million websites every month, confirmed what everyone suspected. Windows 11 is in free fall, and this isn't a temporary blip. This is a pattern that's been building for over a year. But here's where it gets really wild. January 2026, literally right now, Microsoft just published their end-of-life list for the year, and you won't believe what's on it. Windows 11 24H2, the version that just launched in October 2024, dead by October 2026. Windows 11 SE, their big Chrome OS killer for schools, which is dead by October 2026. Office 2021, which people just bought a few years ago, dead by October 2026. Windows 11 24H2. It wasn't just buggy, it was catastrophically broken. Installation failures, File Explorer crashes, taskbar freezing, frame rate drops in gaming, Office apps randomly stopping. One tech site called it the buggiest Windows update ever released, November 2025. Pavan Davuluri, Microsoft's president of Windows and Devices, posted something on X that he probably regrets to this day. Windows is evolving into an agentic OS, connecting devices, cloud, and AI to unlock intelligent productivity and secure work anywhere. It got 1.5 million views, hundreds of replies, and every single one of them was brutal. Developers, power users, IT professionals, they all came out to destroy this idea. One prominent software engineer, Gergely Orosz, summed it up perfectly. He said, "Can't see any reason for software engineers to choose Windows with this weird direction. Mac or Linux, it is for devs." Let's talk about what Microsoft is actually doing with all this AI obsession. Microsoft invested $13 billion in OpenAI, and now they need to justify that investment to shareholders. So what do? They shove AI into every single product, whether users want it or not. Copilot in Windows 11, Copilot in Word, Copilot in Paint. Even the File Explorer got AI features. But here's the kicker. Their own internal data shows that Copilot usage has been declining since 2024. People aren't using it, and when they do, they're frustrated with it. Microsoft themselves warned users not to trust Copilot in Excel for anything requiring accuracy because it hallucinates too much. Read that again. They built AI into their productivity software and then told people not to trust it for actual productivity. And then there's a recall, the feature that takes screenshots of everything you do every few seconds. Security researchers immediately called it the worst privacy disaster in modern computing. Microsoft had to pull it and then brought it back, but by then, nobody trusted. Microsoft promised Windows 11 would be faster than Windows 10, better performance, faster boot times, improved resource management, but the reality is Windows 11 is measurably slower. Gamers noticed it first. Frame rates dropping 5 to 10% on the exact same hardware. A competitive Valorant player in Brazil tracked his performance. 280 FPS on Windows 10 dropped to 245 FPS on Windows 11. That's a 12.5% performance loss. Here's something most people don't know. Microsoft gutted their quality assurance performance department years ago, and we're seeing the consequences now. Windows 11 has become infamous for bugs that should never have made it past testing. File Explorer crashes when switching to dark mode, Task Manager staying open even after being closed, multiple instances draining system resources, Bluetooth randomly disconnecting, start menu freezing. And these bugs keep coming back. They get fixed in one update and then reappear in the next one. It's like Microsoft isn't even testing their updates before shipping them. TechRadar published an article in January 2026 titled, 5 Big Problems with Windows 11 That I Really Hope Microsoft Fixes in 2026. Number 1 on the list is quality assurance. Microsoft's own developers can't keep up with the bug reports. Meanwhile, Microsoft's CEO Satya Nadella just published a Looking Ahead to 2026 article. Want to guess what it focuses on? AI, not fixing bugs, not improving performance, not listening to users, just more AI. So now the question is, where are people going? Linux desktop usage jumped 70% compared to 2022. Distributions like Linux Mint and Ubuntu are seeing massive growth. And it's not just tech-savvy users anymore. Regular people, small businesses, even schools are making the switch. Mac sales in the enterprise sector up 47% year over year. Chromebook shipments to businesses up 89%. Small accounting firms are switching to Linux because they don't want to spend $18,000 on new computers just to run an operating system. Graphic designers are using Linux Mint with open source alternatives to Adobe. Competitive gamers are switching to Linux with Proton for gaming, and this thing more amazing that people are happier after switching. They report fewer crashes, better performance, no ads, no forced updates, no Microsoft account requirements. They feel like their computer is theirs again. You know what the real problem is? It's not the bugs. It's not even the AI obsession. It's the trust. Microsoft has spent years training users to expect the worst. Forced updates that break things, features nobody asked for. Ads in an operating system they paid for, privacy features that don't actually protect privacy, promises that never materialize. Every time Microsoft says, "We're listening to your feedback," users roll their eyes because they've heard it before. Pavan Davuluri can say, "We care deeply about developers," all he wants, but when he's locking replies on his posts because the criticism got too intense. Actions speak louder than words. Microsoft lost control of the narrative. They lost the trust of developers, power users, IT professionals, gamers, and even casual users. The only people still defending Windows 11 are the executives being paid to defend it. Here's the thing that should terrify Microsoft. Windows 10 reached end of life 3 months ago. No more security updates for regular users. Microsoft threw everything they had at forcing people to upgrade, and people still chose to stay on Windows 10 or switch to Linux. We're watching the collapse happen in real time, and unless Microsoft makes some dramatic changes, and I mean dramatic, we might be looking at the beginning of the end of Windows dominance, because right now, we're watching the collapse happen in real time. If this opened your eyes to what's really happening with Windows, do me a favor. Share this video, because Microsoft isn't talking about these numbers. They're not highlighting the market share drops. They're not admitting that their strategy is failing. They're hoping you won't notice. But the data doesn't lie. The user sentiment doesn't lie. The exodus is real. Subscribe if you want to keep tracking this story, because 2026 is going to be wild. We might be witnessing the year that Windows stopped being the operating system and became just another option.